The SCX's narrow width here definitely helps it. The Bronco is just too wide to make that setup. These leaves are definitely making it tough. Touched the gate there with both tires. Again, the wider width. A little bit of bump to get through it. Alright, let's see how the SCX24 does. Again, this should be relatively easy given the narrower track width. Yep. Here. I think the Bronco should be okay on this one. No, I already touched one of the gates a hair, and I touched the other one. So this is why the SCX24 can't compete in the same classes for comps as the new TRX4M. It's just a little wider. These gates are set pretty generously for an SCX24, as you can see. Scott scooted through there, absolutely no problem. The Bronco is just too wide to do the same. All right, get the Bronco up. We got a nice little kind of steep face here. Not too steep, but yeah, no problem. All right, we're getting, I touched the gate. You have a fair bit of room on the other side, so that's somewhat user error, pilot error. These are knockoff Axial comp gates that I 3D printed. So they slide. So this Bronco has the crawl gears in it. And I think, oh, there we go. Traxxas messed up with their gearing on the crawl gears. I'm gonna try this again. I'm not worried about the gates, but this is the exact kind of thing, right? So I'm getting hung up on the center skid here. Front wheels are both in the air. With a little bump, that should be pretty easy, right? The problem is the wheel speed is so low that I just can't like get a good bump. See, like that should have gone. So should that. I really think the crawl gears are just too low. I don't know who they're for, because I'm trying to crawl. Oh no! And they're just too low. There we go. All right, now let's see how the SCX24 makes it up. This again, my SCX24 is not stock. It has some brass in the front end. It's got aftermarket tires, aftermarket servo. However, it is also very top heavy in comparison. And it just walked over it because it didn't catch the center there. I've got another pretty wide, or pretty narrow for the TRX4M gate here, but it should be pretty simple. Wheels up Wednesday, am I right? Okay, so the right gate moved because of some leaves. That doesn't really count as a touch. And this is just gonna plow right through it. No problem because of the smaller track width. All right, we've got a little bit of side hilling action here through a more narrow gate at the top. We'll see how it handles it. Okay, we're super wheels up here on this side. There we go. Now, I touched it right at the end. I'll attribute that to filming and steering at the same time. Oh boy. And the SCX24 may already have a dead battery because of the cold. No problem there. This one should be pretty tricky. It's pretty vertical. I think the bottom ones are going to move regardless. They're on leaves. But we'll see. I get some traction problems right off the bat. It's no fault of the vehicle. It's leafy and snowy. What is a fault of the vehicle is the lack of wheel speed. These crawl gears are just so low. If I could get a good bump, there we go, there we go. All right. Yeah, wheel speed is the key to that one. And clean through the top. Now let's see how the SCX does. This one's certainly a little more top heavy because of the scale accessories on the roof. But I do have a lot of brass on the front end of this guy. So it should, whoa, and we roll. But it should, I would think, have the brass counteract all the high weight on the roof. But can't say it wouldn't help here, not having all the scale stuff on the roof, because it certainly would. Oh, yeah, this battery's going into limp mode. I gotta go get the other one out of the Ranger. Well, I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed with the cool weather performance of the battery on the SCX24. It is the stock battery. It's not the truck's fault. It's about 40 here, maybe 35. So at 35 degrees, that was about 15 minutes of runtime at best. Pretty disappointing. I'm gonna have to call this here. I might pick it up again at the house on some different obstacles. I really wanted to use this nice trail that I've got here near my house. It's a little more leafy than I'd prefer, but we're gonna zip back to the house, see if I can find my spare SCX24 battery, and then we might pick it up again. I'm back at my house. I've got the tiny trucks set back up again. We're gonna continue testing for as long as the batteries allow in this cold weather. It's not the trail at the end of my road that I really wanted to do, but this rock is pretty challenging. I do kind of use it as a test case for some of the more extreme angle, side hilling, climbing, and that kind of thing. So it'll be a good test if either of these can make it up. I'm actually going to be pretty surprised if either of them make it up. My SCX24 I usually use indoors only, just, you know, so I don't make the girlfriend mad getting things dirty. But for the sake of testing against the TRX4M, we're running it outside today. So let's see how they do. All right, I'm gonna see how well the Bronco side hills against the SCX. Granted, my SCX does have a whole, whoa, not a good start. A whole lot of weight on the top for the scale accessories, which the Bronco doesn't have. The only things the Bronco's got that are aftermarket are the headlights and the painting on the hood at the moment. And that's pretty good. Ooh, okay, so try to hold you guys while I film, or while I drive. So I think we're hitting the probably the limit of the Woo! We're sitting on the rear tire right there. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make this happen. Need a slightly different line, I think. This is very steep. I'm not like holding the camera at any weird angles or anything. We've got horizon leveling on, so it is level. It's actually doing pretty good considering. I just think it's too steep for this little guy. Whoa! Alright, let's give the SCX a try. Now, side hilling is definitely not this setup's strength. You know, we're already wheel up Wednesday in here. Now there's a lot of brass in the front end of this one, which should, woohoo, help in theory. All right, let's see, can it make the climb with these Patagonias without coming over backwards? Nope, it definitely can't. Even with the added brass in the front, all the scale accessories are just gonna kill it. Okay, this is not quite as steep as the previous attempt. So I think it should be doable by both. Hopefully. Getting some torque twist going on there. He's really reaching for the sky. Just a little bit more front end weight here would work wonders. I don't think you'd stand a chance without the lower gearing here. It's just having a traction problem on the low side. Let me get behind it. I don't want this nice, fresh looking hard body to... There we go, a little bit of wheel speed and we're up and over. All right, so now we're gonna try it with the SCX. Here comes the SCX, same exact line. Whoa! All right, and all of that scale accessories on the roof I have are doing me no favors here. Oh no, I lost my light bar. Okay. That needs to be glued back on. Nope. We're on one of these wonderful New England stone walls. I am going to be building a crawler course here in the spring, like a dedicated one to standardize my testing, but it's a little cold at this point for that. So, gonna make do with what I've got, which is lots and lots of New England stone walls. Sorry about the filming. I should have my camera mounted gimbal, but I don't have it set up for this this controller yet, and I'm switching back and forth between the SCX24 and this one, so it's particularly hard. Nope. Oh. Alright, I found some rocks that are more the right size than the gigantic boulders I was just trying. boy. We are rolling left and right. Man. Apologies about the unsteady camera. It's quite cold. I'll try to cut as much as I can. Whew. Caught that one with throttle alone. It was going. God, it's real hard to run the little stuff outside unless you're really on stuff it's the right size, right? So my 10th scales can just cruise over this stuff for the most part, this part at least. There we go. Alright, let's give the SCX24 a try on the same line. Oh no! Alright, we're doing pretty good. It's definitely tippy. And there's no getting around that. They do have aftermarket shocks, but they're the same length as the stock ones. They're just a little better at dampening. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this position. Woo! That is brisk. Brisk 35, 40 degree, 15 mile an hour wind. Whoa. I'm amazed we didn't just, whoa, there it goes. Come on. I think the motor's starting to lose some power because of the cold. This should be doable. Yeah, back up and set left a bit. There we go. Ooh. Oh no! Truck down.